Most people will waste 2026. They'll scroll their way through it. They'll complain their way through it. They'll wish for change while doing the exact same thing they did in 2025. But not you. If you're watching this, you're different. You're ready to build something real. The ancient Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, they didn't wait for perfect conditions. They built unbreakable lives through daily habits. Not motivation, not luck, habits. Today, I'm giving you 12 Stoic habits that will completely transform your 2026, not theory, not philosophy lectures, real, brutal, life-changing habits. Stick around till number 12, it's the most powerful one. Let's begin. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." 2026 will throw obstacles at you, guaranteed. Betrayals, failures, rejections, hard times. Most people let obstacles destroy them. Stoics, they use obstacles to build themselves. These 12 habits come directly from Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, Epictetus's Enchiridion, and Seneca's letters. Battle-tested over 2,000 years, still crushing modern weakness today. Habit number 1, wake up before your excuses do. Most people hit snooze 5 times. They start every single day losing to their own weakness. By the time they wake up, they've already failed. Epictetus said, "How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself?" Every morning you hit snooze. You're choosing comfort over greatness. You're training yourself to quit when things get hard. And life will get hard. Stoics wake early, not because they love mornings, because they refuse to let comfort control them. When you wake before the world does, you get silence, you get clarity, you get time to prepare your mind before chaos hits. Set one alarm, place it across the room. When it goes off, stand up immediately. No negotiation, no just 5 more minutes. Up, now. That first decision of the day sets the tone for every decision after. Win the morning, win the day. Habit number 2, prepare for the worst every single day. Most people live in fantasy. They assume everything will go smoothly. Then when life hits them, they collapse. Seneca taught Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of evils. Imagine the worst-case scenario. Walk through it mentally, prepare for it emotionally. What if you lose your job today? What if that relationship ends? What if your health fails? This isn't pessimism, this is preparation. When you've already mentally walked through the worst, nothing catches you off guard. You don't panic, you don't freeze, you execute. Marcus Aurelius faced wars, plagues, betrayals. He wrote, "Begin each day by telling yourself, 'Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness.'" Did that make him negative? No, it made him unshakable. You're about to have a difficult conversation. Most people avoid it, stress about it, hope it goes well. Stoics, they imagine the person saying the worst possible thing. They prepare their response. They accept it might go badly. Then when it happens, they're calm, ready, powerful. Every morning ask yourself, what could go wrong today? Then decide how you'll handle it. Habit number 3, control your attention like your life depends on it. Because it does. Your attention is your most valuable resource. More valuable than time, more valuable than money. Where your attention goes, your life goes. Right now, corporations are fighting wars to steal your attention. Social media, news, drama, outrage. They win when you're distracted. You win when you're focused. Epictetus said, "The chief task in life is simply this, to identify which things are in our control and which are not." You can't control the economy. You can't control other people. You can't control yesterday. But you can control where you put your attention right now. Most people give their attention away for free, to notifications, to gossip, to things that don't matter. Stoics guard their attention like a fortress. Every time you check your phone mindlessly, you lose. Every time you engage with drama, you lose. Every time you consume instead of create, you lose. Delete 3 apps from your phone today. Turn off all non-essential notifications. Reclaim your attention. Then use that attention on something that builds you. Learning, creating, training. Your attention is the only thing you truly own. Protect it. Habit number 4, work in silence. Let success make the noise. Most people announce everything. I'm starting a business. I'm getting fit. I'm changing my life. Then they do nothing because they already got the dopamine hit from the announcement. Seneca warned, "He who indulges empty fears earns himself real fears." Talk is cheap. Work is expensive. Stoics don't announce, they execute. While everyone else is posting about their goals, Stoics are hitting them. While everyone else is explaining their vision, Stoics are building it. You don't need anyone's validation. You don't need anyone's encouragement. You need your own discipline. Work in silence, build in private. Let your results shock everyone. Marcus Aurelius ruled the most powerful empire on earth. He could have bragged daily. Instead, he wrote private journals reminding himself to stay humble. You want to get in shape. 2 paths. Path 1, post about it. Tell everyone, get likes, feel good. Skip the gym next week. Path 2, say nothing. Hit the gym 6 days a week. Let people notice the change 6 months later. Which path builds real change? Pick one major goal, tell no one. Work on it daily. Let them wonder how you did it. Habit number 5, treat your body like a tool, not a temple. People say, your body is a temple. Wrong. Your body is a tool. Tools need maintenance. Tools need to be sharpened. Tools break if you don't take care of them. Epictetus was a slave who was tortured, left physically disabled. Yet he said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." He couldn't control what happened to his body, but he could control his discipline. You have a body that works. Use it, train it, push it, make it stronger, not for vanity, for capability. When your body is weak, your mind is weak. When your body is strong, everything becomes easier. Modern life makes you soft. Comfortable chairs, delivered food, climate control. Your ancestors walked 10 miles a day, hunted, built, survived. You sit 10 hours a day, scroll, order, decay. Stoics train their bodies not because they love pain, because they refuse to be soft. Do something physically hard every single day. Cold shower, run, lift, train. Make your body uncomfortable on purpose. So when life makes you uncomfortable by accident, you're ready. Your body is the vehicle that carries your mind through life. Maintain it. Habit number 6, practice poverty once a week. Seneca was one of the richest men in Rome, owned estates, had servants, lived in luxury. Once a week he slept on the floor, ate plain food, wore rough clothes. Why? To practice poverty, to remind himself that losing everything wouldn't destroy him. He said, "Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare." Most people are slaves to comfort. They can't handle being cold. They panic if Wi-Fi goes out. They lose their minds if delivery is late. Stoics, they train for discomfort. Fast for a day, sleep on the floor, take cold showers, wear old clothes, not because you're broke, because you're training your mind to be okay with less. When you've practiced poverty, you stop fearing it. When you stop fearing loss, nothing controls you. You're terrified of losing your job. That fear makes you tolerate disrespect, makes you accept less, makes you small. But if you've practiced living on less, that fear shrinks. You know you'd survive. You know you'd be okay. That knowledge makes you powerful. Myself. Brutal honesty with yourself is the only way to grow. You had a bad day, got angry, said something stupid, wasted time. Most people just move on, forget, repeat. You write it down. You see the pattern. You decide to change. That's growth. Tonight, before bed, write 3 sentences. What went wrong? What went right? What changes tomorrow? Do it every night for 30 days. Watch yourself transform. Habit number 8. Say no to everything that doesn't build you. Most people can't say no. They attend events they hate. They help people who never help back. They commit to things they don't care about. Then they wonder why they have no time for what matters. Epictetus taught, if you wish to be a writer, write. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to something that matters. You say yes to that pointless meeting? You just said no to your health. You say yes to toxic people. You just said no to your peace. You say yes to distractions. You just said no to your goals. Stoics protect their time with ruthless boundaries. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. You're going to die. Someday. Maybe soon. Do you really want to spend your limited time doing things that don't matter? This week, say no to 3 things. Events, requests, obligations. Don't explain. Don't apologize. Just know. Watch how much time you reclaim. Watch how much respect you gain. People respect those who value their own time. Habit number 9. Memento Mori. Remember you will die. Sounds dark. It's not. It's liberating. Stoics kept skulls on their desks. They meditated on death daily, not to be morbid, to stay focused. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do. Right now, you're alive, breathing, capable. One day you won't be. Every grudge you hold, every fear that stops you, every petty argument, every wasted hour, none of it matters against death. When you truly accept that you're going to die, you stop caring about small things. That embarrassing moment doesn't matter. You're going to die anyway. That rejection doesn't matter. You're going to die anyway. That failure doesn't matter. You're going to die anyway. This isn't nihilism. This is clarity. You're scared to start that business, scared to ask that person out, scared to try, but you're going to die. Maybe in 50 years, maybe tomorrow. Will you let fear control your one life? Every morning say out loud, I will die. Today might be my last. What must I do? Then act accordingly. Habit number 10. Find one person smarter than you and learn from them. Seneca said, associate with people who are likely to improve you. You become the average of the people you spend time with. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Stoics sought mentors. Marcus Aurelius studied under the best philosophers. Epictetus learned from Musonius Rufus. They didn't pretend to know everything. They found someone better and learned. Most people surround themselves with mediocrity, people who make them feel smart, people who never challenge them. Then they wonder why they never grow. Growth requires discomfort. Being around someone smarter is uncomfortable. Do it anyway. Find one person in your field who's 5-10 years ahead of you. Study them. Reach out. Offer value. Learn. Read what they read. Do what they do. Ask questions or find a coach. Pay for expertise. Invest in growth. Your ego will resist. I can figure it out myself, maybe, but you'll waste years doing it. Stoics aren't too proud to learn. Identify one mentor this week, real or virtual, living or dead. Study them daily, model them, become them. Habit number 11, practice voluntary discomfort daily. Comfort is killing you. Every day you choose easy, warm bed, delivered food, climate control, entertainment on demand. Your ancestors survived winters, hunted food, built shelter, fought. You complain when the Wi-Fi is slow. Seneca practiced voluntary hardship. He wrote, "It is in times of security that the spirit should be preparing itself for difficult times. Train in peace so you're ready for war." Stoics deliberately make life harder, not because they're masochists, because they're preparing. Cold showers, fasting, uncomfortable conversations, hard workouts. Every time you choose discomfort on purpose, you're training resilience. You avoid difficult conversations. You stay in your comfort zone. You never push yourself. Then life forces discomfort on you. Job loss, breakup, crisis, and you collapse because you never trained. Stoics train daily. They're ready when life hits. Do one uncomfortable thing every single day. Cold shower, skip a meal, have that hard conversation. Train when you're tired. Make discomfort your friend. So when life gets hard, you're already strong. Habit number 12. Live as if you're already dead. This is the most powerful habit. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly." Imagine you died yesterday, but you got one more chance. One bonus day, one gift. Would you waste it scrolling? Would you waste it arguing? Would you waste it being afraid? No, you'd live. You'd tell people you love them. You'd start that project. You'd take that risk. You'd stop caring about judgment. You'd be free. Here's the truth. You are on bonus time. Every day is borrowed. Every breath is a gift. Live like it. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for permission. You're already dead. This is extra time. Use it. When you live like you're already dead, fear disappears. Rejection doesn't matter. You're already dead. Failure doesn't matter. You're already dead. Judgment doesn't matter. You're already dead. This is freedom. This is power. This is Stoicism. Wake up tomorrow and say, "I died yesterday. Today is a gift. How will I use it?" Then live like someone who has nothing to lose. Because you don't. If you made it here, you're not average. These 12 habits will transform your 2026, but only if you use them. Most people will watch this and do nothing. They'll nod along. They'll feel inspired for 10 minutes. Then they'll go back to their old life. Don't be most people. Pick one habit. Start tomorrow. Build it for 3 days. Then add another. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus. They weren't superhuman. They were disciplined. And discipline beats talent every single time. Subscribe for more Stoic truth. Drop a comment on which habit you're starting with. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. 2026 is yours. Take it.